and welcome to a new episode of The Football Show. I'm gonna talk about yesterday's games of the Champions League. I'm not gonna preview today's Champions League games because obviously there's a lot to talk about from yesterday's Champions League games. So let's get started. Let's start with Napoli against Eintracht Frankfurt and then the 0-0 draw. Slavia Prague against Arsenal. Arsenal win 3-0. This was a decent win, good win for Arsenal. Goal from Saka, 2 goals from Mikel Merino. Another win, another clean sheet. No drama, no problem. Max Doman becomes the youngest player to play for in the Champions League. So congratulations to him. He's the future one that could be for Arsenal in the future. Considering how well he's played in the preseason, for Arsenal. And Arsenal 8 games, 8 clean sheets, 8 wins. They look strong right now. Atletico Madrid beat Zenit St. Gilles 3-1. Liverpool beat Real Madrid 1-0. Let's talk about that game because Liverpool deserve to win. If you look at it in terms of the possession stats, you will see that Real Madrid had some control of the game. No, Liverpool were very good. They were fantastic. I mean, they created great chances to score goals and they were very good. The fans were fired up. The crowd was in edge of their seats. The players were fantastic. Verts was very good. I mean, people say, "Oh, he didn't get a goal assist," but if you look at that chance from Szoboszlai, where he should have scored, that was a brilliant pass from Verts, and I thought he had a very good game, right? Szoboszlai, he had a fantastic game. McAllister, I thought I was watching McAllister from last season. That he was amazing. Those midfield three: Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai. Amazing performance from those three. Conor Bradley once again playing well again against Real Madrid as he did last season, and this season he was fantastic. This time he was fantastic again. Keeping Vinicius quiet, Mbappe quiet. Brilliant performance from him. Liverpool, they were fantastic. They deserve to win. They created chances after chances, and Courtois. I mean, Courtois could even save the Titanic, by the way, with the amount of saves he was doing. But Liverpool were very good. They deserve to win. And you can see that Slot, changed the tactics of Liverpool in the last 2 games. You can see they started to they played a bit differently in the last 2 games compared to the first games and the games when they were losing this season. You can see that they are more stable defensively, and then they're happy to concede possession, and then when they have the ball they can attack and they can score goals. And it showed it in the game against Aston Villa. Now it showed it against Real Madrid. They were very good. Liverpool, pressing, putting Real Madrid under pressure. At times when Real Madrid had the ball, it looked like they were going to lose it at times, especially after the Liverpool goal that they scored. The Carreras could lose the ball. Liverpool were very good. And pressing, defending, attacking. Liverpool fantastic. They deserve to win. Very good performance for Liverpool. And the crowd was amazing as well. And defensively they were so good. Like Real Madrid had only one big chance, and I think that was from Bellingham. I think when Mardashvili made a great save. Bellingham, that was in the first half. But other than that, like Liverpool defensively, they were so stable, so strong. They were fantastic. And Real Madrid, they didn't create many chances. Yes, they had possession, but they didn't do much with it except the chance from Bellingham. And for Real and for Liverpool, they were, like I said, they were brilliant. Salah, I don't think he had an outstanding game, but he did okay. Defensively, Van Dijk and Konate were rock solid, fantastic. Konate has been poor all season, but I think he was brilliant in this game. It was a very good performance from Liverpool. They deserve to win, and they could have won by more if it wasn't for Courtois again. Like, how many times we say this? Like, how many times we say, when teams play against Real Madrid, when the other team say we won, but if it wasn't for that keeper, we would have won 5-6-0. Like, how many times we say that about in Real Madrid games? How many times we say about in this kind of games that include Real Madrid? Like, it's incredible. Like, he's honestly, the guy is he's a machine of a goalkeeper, Courtois. But going back to Liverpool. They were fantastic, and can these 2 wins build up the momentum for Liverpool? Can they keep it going? Can they, keep it going and keep up the momentum? I think they can. And you can see that those two wins, I'm not saying that they're back. I'm not saying Liverpool are back, but those two games have shown some signs that Arne Slot and the players can turn it around. He's shown it. He's shown it that he can turn it. He can turn it around. So, and yes, last season they beat Real Madrid 2-0, but I would say this one was even more dominant because last season I remember Real Madrid had some chances. They missed a penalty, but this game Real Madrid had only one big chance. They had only one big chance, and Liverpool even more dominant, in my opinion. That's how good they were, Liverpool, defensively and offensively. And can they keep it going? It depends. I mean, obviously they've got City away, which is a big game coming up, but they have to keep up the consistency. However, those two games has clearly given Liverpool a kind of a wake up call, considering they lost so many games before, that they have to win and they have to build up momentum. So those two good wins, two clean sheets, good. That's a good for the momentum and the morale of the team and for the confidence. But they have to keep it going. That's the most important thing. So yeah, but great win for Liverpool. And like I said, Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai, absolutely superb, amazing. Szoboszlai, he had a brilliant game. He had a chance to score from a free kick, even though Courtois made a great save. I thought he was amazing, and he could have scored more goals, by the way, considering the couple of chances that Courtois made a save. Gravenberch, amazing performance from him. McAllister, world class, absolutely world class. Like, it was like watching him from last season. Before this season he's not been at his best, mostly considering he had a bit of an injury towards the end of last season and he's not been 100%, etc. But in this game he was superb. This game and against Aston Villa he was absolutely amazing, superb, brilliant performance for him, and it was like watching McAllister from last season, where you can box to box, he can attack, he can contribute well, he can make great passes. He's a brilliant. He can be a brilliant footballer, and fantastic performance from him. For Real Madrid, I mean, Real Madrid were not great. They were not great at all. It was not a good performance at all. I mean, they should have lost by more goals. I mean, defensively, Real Madrid looked very, very poor when they had the ball. They when Liverpool pressing, which it was a good pressing from Liverpool. Real Madrid players looked in shock. Vinicius didn't have a great game. Mbappe, not a good game at all. Carreras, very poor performance. And Carreras, he did okay, but it wasn't a good performance. Trent Alexander-Arnold came in, and I don't know why Xabi Alonso brought in Trent Alexander-Arnold, by the way, because if you look at the fans of Liverpool, the whole fans of Liverpool were fired up. You can clearly see, especially after the penalty, which, by the way, I think that should have been a penalty, by the way. It was inside the box, and I don't know why he didn't even give a foul for Liverpool, because if it hit his hand, he should have given at least a foul. If you don't think it was a penalty, but at least give a free kick. But instead, he gave the drop ball a foul to Real Madrid. I found it very, very strange. But I think it should have been a penalty for Liverpool, that one. But at the same time, like, when that penalty situation happened, you could clearly see that it fired up the whole Liverpool fan base. That they were motivated. They were, shouting and making noise, and they were creating a good atmosphere and helping Liverpool players. And when Xabi Alonso brought in Trent Alexander-Arnold, the last thing you need is to wake up the crowd of the Anfield. And Xabi Alonso must know that he used to play for Liverpool, right? So I don't know why he brought in Trent Alexander-Arnold. I thought that was very, very strange, especially in the last 5-10 minutes when you try to get an equaliser. So yeah, but Real Madrid, I mean, listen, it's not the end of the world in terms of Champions League qualification, but the way they performed, I mean, it was a very poor performance, very, very poor. They got dominated, and they could have conceded more. That's for sure. So well done to Liverpool. Tottenham beat Copenhagen 4-0. Goals from Brennan Johnson, Odegaard, Van de Ven, Paulinho. Brennan Johnson got sent off. But by the way, Van de Ven, the third goal, oh wow, that was like watching Lionel Messi. I mean, you never see, sometimes when you see these kind of players score goals, you normally see attackers. You never see defenders do that, never. And wow, what amazing goal. What amazing goal. He proved my point. when I was saying how good he is. But brilliant goal, amazing goal. That was like watching Messi scoring that goal. But you know the way he went past the players and the pace, and even after he scored, he still had the guts to still run and then celebrate. I mean, absolutely incredible. Like dribbling, amazing. The pace with the conversion, amazing. Absolutely superb from Van der Ven. Quality, amazing goal. And Tottenham, very good win for them. Olympiacos drew 1-1 with PSV. Juventus drew 1-1 with Sporting Lisbon. Monaco beat Bordeaux Glimt 1-0. And finally, Paris Saint-Germain against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich beat Paris Saint-Germain 2-1. And I tell you that, Bayern Munich should have won by more, because Bayern Munich were amazing in the first half. I mean, PSG looked defensively all over the place, but still, you have to give credit to Bayern Munich. They were fantastic. Luis Diaz, the 2 goals, brilliant finishes, 2 very good goals. Leimer, who plays at right back and is not his best position, I thought he was amazing in this game. Absolutely amazing. John Kimmich had a great game. Gnabry had a fantastic game, considering, you know, he's had some struggles. I thought he had a very good game, and Bayern Munich was so good going forward in the first half. They were absolutely destroying PSG. Amazing performance from them. Luis Diaz, who's been delivering for PSG this season, but in the most important game, because obviously this is one of the kind of games against PSG, against Arsenal and Champions League, it counts for Bayern Munich. Actually, he delivers. So I'm very good from Luis Diaz. And then he got sent off, where I can't understand why, but that's a yellow card at least, not a red card. And I think the referee got, maybe, let's say, influenced by seeing Hakimi crying and injured, and he thought like, no, I'm going to change my mind and give a red card. Because he gave a yellow card, and then he changed his mind. So I think you could clearly see the referee got influenced by that. But I think it should have been a yellow card at least, in my opinion. So yeah. And then Hakimi got injured, Ousmane Dembele got injured, and PSG were not looking good in the first half, and they had some injuries, and defensively they were all over the place. The second goal, great finish from Luis Diaz, but Marquinhos, what was he doing? I have no idea. Very bad mistake from him. But then the second half, where Bayern Munich had to obviously dug deep, they were a man down, they had to, roll their sleeves up and defend and make it difficult as they can for Paris Saint-Germain. They did it fantastically well. They were defending really well, and Bayern Munich did 2 sides of the game. First half, where they were fantastic, going forward, scoring goals, destroying PSG, and they could have scored more. They could have been easily 4-0, 5-0 up, right? And then in the second half, when they were up against it, they were a man down. They defended extremely well, and they dug deep. They dug deep, defending well and coping with the pressure of Paris Saint-Germain, attacking all the time. So well done to Bayern, and they showed really. I think this game showed, Bayern Munich showed that they are the real Champions League contenders, the real team, real contenders that can win the Champions League. So well done, and well done to Vincent Kompany, because he's had some stick from some fans, especially when he was appointed. He's done a very good job so far. So well done to him. And well done to Bayern Munich. They defended fantastically well when they had to, and they attacked really well when they had to. So well done. Congratulations to Bayern. And they look elite right now, Bayern Munich. As a team, they look super elite. They look very strong. They can defend. They can attack. They look a well-drilled, a good team, and they look like a team that could go all the way. That could go all the way for the Champions League. The only problem is that have they peaked too early? That's the problem. Because I remember Bayern Munich years ago under Julian Nagelsmann, when they were looking so amazingly good in the first half of the season, and we all thought like, okay, they could win the Champions League, and then they got knocked out in the quarterfinal by Villarreal. So have they peaked too early? That's the only problem. But except that, Bayern Munich look very strong, and well done. Congratulations to Bayern Munich. As for Paris Saint-Germain, I mean, if you look at the stats, you'll say, "Oh, PSG were lucky they were unlucky to lose the game." No, they deserve to lose, considering how poor they were in the first half. And then they got a bit fortunate with the red card of Luis Diaz, and the second half they dominated the stats, the possession, the shots. But But at the same time, you have to give credit to Bayern because they defended fantastically well, and PSG couldn't score 2 goals against a team who was man down. So, yeah, but frustrating for PSG side, but it's not the end of the world for them. But great win for Bayern Munich. Well done to them. That's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you have a nice day. See you next time, and goodbye.